winding up through this hill here, she's getting a bit of wheel spin, actually.
Outback trucking legend Sludge is on a working holiday in his country of birth, New Zealand.
Where's the f***ing diff locks in this thing?
Sludge has a battle on his hands, hauling $90,000 worth of nectarines in 2 giant refrigerated trailers.
We're in the gorges. It's pretty steep and bloody hilly through here, windy and slippery.
He's got just 2 days to get the fruit fresh to market.
No, doing?
But New Zealand's one-lane bridges are making life hell.
Come on, move. F***ing dawdle guy. That's what I mean about this bloody place. They just tourists. No idea. Yeah.
Sludge is not just helping out with the trucking.
Ooh, bit of touch and go here. I'll run myself over. You're coming out here, it's a good change. You know, I do fuel at home and stuff, and things are a bit quiet at home, so I sort of get a bit of a paid holiday, but I get to come back to my roots and do what I enjoy.
From Cromwell, Sludge is transporting the stone fruit over 700 kilometres to the ferry at Picton, crossing Cook Strait, and then has a gruelling 650-kilometre trek up the North Island to Auckland.
Take it right there to the door.
Rightio. So be on time.
Yep, or you won't be allowed in.
Rightio.
Supplying fresh fruit to major supermarket chains is big business. Miss a delivery or supply damaged fruit and multi-million-dollar contracts could be lost.
Just a bit nerve-wracking sometimes, because I don't want it on my plate that we bloody lost a load of fruit or something like that.
The trip is time and temperature critical. The nectarines must be stored between 1 and 3 degrees in Sludge's refrigerated containers, or the fruit will spoil.
We're down to 4 degrees now. It takes a wee while to drop, so we'll just keep an eye on it and we'll keep rolling along.
If the fridges get too hot or Sludge misses his deadline, his expensive cargo will be wasted.
We've got to be at the ferry by 1 o'clock. If I miss it, it'll be 3 hours for the next ferry, which will blow my hours out, which means I won't get into Auckland. So it's quite important that I don't drag my feet and get held up anywhere.
6 hours into his epic journey, Sludge is hit with a double whammy. Narrow bending roads and a shocking weather front.
Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. She's pretty windy and hilly, and I'm just taking it cautious because I haven't been through here before, so there's not much room on these roads. So if someone comes onto the opposite side of the road, you take them out, or else you'll take yourself out. We'll go to the bottom of the valley.
Make a mistake on these treacherous mountain roads and it's goodbye to truck, load and driver.
I'll soon have a crash and end up dead at the bottom of the gully.
The Northern Territory, top end of Australia.
We're looking at 43 degrees up here today. The humidity is probably up around 90%, so it's quite warm outside, which takes a toll on everything, especially the gear runs hot.
The wet season's about to break. And veteran road train trucker Mark Pett is hauling a 110-tonne, 53-metre load straight into a potential disaster zone of flood and fire.
Getting a few big clouds up there. The rain up here is just incredible. Within an hour the road can be impassable, so you're stuck. A few fires on the side there, really close. You don't want to be trapped when there's a fire coming at you. You wouldn't want to be driving through it, no way in the world.
Mark is facing a 2,500-kilometre slog from Katherine in the Northern Territory across the state border to Tom Price in the Pilbara region of Western Australia.
I might put a cross strap on that because it's moving over. Time to climb up the top.
He's hauling 78 tonnes of cement and steel cattle grids on his triple trailer road train, with 620 horsepower of grunt under the bonnet of the truck.
The roads get a bit rough. We've just got to make sure we double strap everything. Otherwise, one of these fall off, we won't be putting it back on the side of the road, that's for sure.
At Mark's destination in the Pilbara, the cattle grids he's transporting will help solve a big problem for two of the region's multi-million-dollar industries. Massive 2-kilometre-long iron ore trains are at risk of being derailed by cattle wandering across the tracks, costing millions in damages and delays.
I know the damage they can do to a truck, let alone get underneath a train, and I don't think it would be pretty. Being one train line, it would shut the whole line down altogether.
The solution is a combination of fences and cattle grids at rail crossings to help keep the cows and trains apart.
The train lines run through cattle grazing property. Yeah, that's a farmer's livelihood. They don't want cattle being run over by trains.
Even for an experienced trucker like Mark, getting his heavy load to Western Australia safely is going to be a serious challenge.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong. As the roads get that odd out here, they'll rip the skin off a brand new tyre, and then you end up using all your spare tyres, your bucket. Being 110 tonne, the steep hills are challenging because you lose traction. If the wheels start spinning, you've got to unhook the trailers and take them in one at a time. Big fire's just over that ridge.
With bushfires and storm clouds on the horizon, a tough job just got tougher.
Looking pretty serious up in front. We'll just have to wing it and see what happens.
In Townsville, North Queensland, the region has been devastated by floods after more than a year's rainfall was unleashed in less than a week. 3 people and hundreds of thousands of cattle have been killed by the raging floodwaters. The locals are in desperate need of supplies.
It's been nearly close to a metre of rainfall. It's pretty full on.
Rookie trucker Terry Boardman was stranded for 6 days by the rising floodwaters.
Yeah, you're going through Townsville, it looks like a ghost town. All the power cut out. Couldn't go anywhere, couldn't go out, couldn't go in. There was about 30 odd trucks waiting to get through.
Back at base in southern Queensland,
Is that enough or do you want more?
No, that should be enough.
Paul and Ashley Lamb are racing to fix Terry's flood-damaged rig, ready for another Mercy Dash north with urgent supplies.
Well, as you can see all the mud here. This is all from when the driver stuck in the floods up there.
Repairs have run into the thousands for the husband and wife haulage company.
If our trucks aren't moving, then we're not making any money.
People need their stuff. It's without truck stray stops, basically.
From the Gold Coast, Terry will haul a load of timber 1,700 kilometres north through flooded Townsville to a supply depot in Cairns.
Cairns had no timber supplies. It's sort of a rush moment to get as much up there for them.
With heavy rain forecast, there's no guarantee Terry and his truck will make it to their destination safely.
There's been floods over the road, so we could come across some more water. Big trip. 2.5 days with Cairns. It's a 23-hour drive for us big fellas. So we're doing everything right.
With time pressing, Terry heads straight for the highway.
Bumper to bumper traffic. Everybody's hitting the skids. Probably doing 20 Ks at the moment. Stop and go.
In desperation, Terry hits the truck driver airwaves for an update.
Northbound, there's a broken down truck in the middle lane.
It's costing us time.
But slow traffic is the least of Terry's worries.
Hello? If you can hear me, your back tyre is about to go.
Thanks, mate. 10 minutes in the trip. I've got someone retire already.
A tyre blowout on a traffic-jammed highway could finish Terry's mercy mission before it's even begun.
We got bushfires, storms, everything. It all happens in the top end.
In Australia's Northern Territory, Outback trucker Mark Pett is hauling 78 tonnes of concrete and steel through bushfires and storm fronts.
Yeah, there's some big clouds and a lot of smoke. If it's flooded, forget it. Threat of bushfires there, nice and close. We won't be hanging around here. You got to try and outrun a fire. You'd have no chance, especially if it's coming across you. Yeah, I don't think you'd survive a fire like that. Probably lucky we got through when we did, in case they develop into something more serious.
Mark makes it safely across the border in Western Australia. But it's so hot, the road is melting.
Bitumen's bleeding through the rocks. I'm just going to get out and check the tyres, make sure there's no rubber peeling off anywhere.
Under extreme pressure from Mark's heavy load, the tyres can explode if they overheat.
Bubble in the side of the tyre, that'll just go bang and rip the tread off, smash the tyre to pieces. So keep monitoring that as we keep going down the road and see if it gets worse or better.
Working through the 62 tyres on the 3 trailers, Mark discovers the worst problem last.
Oh, yeah, look at that tyre. Mudguard's rubbing against the tyre, so there might be something else gone wrong there. Yeah, the actual frame has collapsed down onto the tyre. It'll just rub through the tyre and wreck it.
With road temperatures still hot enough to melt his tyres, Mark can't risk losing even one.
No clearance on that at all. Once that hits the steel belt, starts sparking, you can cause a fire.
If he can't force the trailer frame off the wheel, Mark will be stranded 300 kilometres from the nearest help.
Put it there, I can fix that.
Run off the road round here, you end up at the bottom of a valley, probably 200 or 300 foot deep. So you wouldn't walk away from it alive anyway.
On the South Island of New Zealand, Sludge has less than 2 hours to reach a ferry terminal over 300 kilometres away.
Good, there we go.
If he misses the ferry, his $90,000 cargo of nectarines won't make market in time and will risk being wasted.
I don't need to have too many hold-ups like this, otherwise we're going to run short of time getting to the ferry. 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Didn't win that race.
Bad weather, roadworks and mountainous terrain are slowing his journey to a crawl.
Just got to be careful we don't end up spinning the wheels and stopping. Jesus, right.
Stall the truck on these wet, steep slopes and Sludge will need a tow to get moving again, costing him time and money.
Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. There we go. Whoa.
Sludge is up and over,
How cool is that?
but faces a stretch of dangerous coastal road. In 2016, a 7.8 magnitude earthquake devastated this region. The massive damage to the roads is still being repaired today, adding further delays to Sludge's time-critical delivery.
We've still got 160 odd k's to go. It's all this stuff where the roads have been washed out and fallen away into the sea. Jesus. Wouldn't want to get too close, you take the top out of the trailer.
Sludge is on high alert. The recent earthquake moved mountains.
So we put all these containers here just to hold the banks back. That whole hill slid away. Wow, look at that.
Out of the danger zone, Sludge arrives in Blenheim, just 25 kilometres from the ferry. But he's got just half an hour to catch it.
But by Christ, it'll take us half our time to get around this roundabout. Things were looking all right, but Christ, I don't know what the hold-up is around here. We haven't got a lot of time to spare.
If Sludge misses the ferry, it's all over. $90,000 of fruit will be ruined and lost.
Hey, mate. Where tyres about to go? Was it ball or something, is it?
On a mercy run to flood-ravaged North Queensland, rookie driver Terry Boardman has barely left Brisbane and he's in a world of trouble.
Oh, look, when I saw it with hand, that's all I can do, really.
A tyre is threatening to blow. Terry has to find a freeway escape and fast.
Just gonna pull up there, jump in, have a quick look. It's this one in here, on the drive. It's just bouncing around. Hello, I'm gonna make a quick phone call.
For a rookie driver, changing a tyre on a rig this big is not something he wants to attempt alone.
Yeah, I've got a flat tyre on the prime mover on the back drive.
A nearby auto shop is his best bet.
Luckily, we're still close to Brisbane. I'm just lucky I wasn't a couple hundred k's away from the city.
The changeover is eating up precious time. An hour lost. Terry hits the highway again.
Don't have much of a delay at the moment, so Cairns are screaming out for timber, taking all the hardware stuff they need up there to keep them moving.
Traffic has thinned, but slow motorists aren't making life any easier.
Doing 100, and he's slowing down the pedal, and he's slowing me down to 95 now. Have a close look and just let him know I'm going to overtake him. I don't want to be pushing him on the highway for him to have an accident or freak out. So if he's sped up, it makes it very difficult for us.
Terry's flood relief race to North Queensland is turning into a slow crawl.
I don't know why it takes so long. We're at Blenheim and they've obviously got two roundabouts that don't flow too well.
On the South Island of New Zealand, Sludge is desperate to catch a ferry north so he can deliver $90,000 of fruit to market while it's still fresh.
We've got about 10 minutes up our sleeve now, so we don't want to be stuck in here.
But the bridges in Blenheim aren't built to accommodate heavy-haul trucks.
There's not actually enough room. Whoa! Whoa, back. Come on, back up, back up, back up. There's not actually enough room for two trucks on the bridge. Jesus, there's barely enough room for a car and a truck.
It's the only bridge out of town. Sludge has no choice. He has to squeeze through.
That's a bit narrow. Jesus. She's certainly slender. It's quite a narrow bridge, that one. She's definitely not a two-truck bridge.
Sludge makes it through Blenheim, but arrives in Picton to find more trouble. He can't find the ferry terminal, and he's running out of time.
Not sure if we're going to make it in. We're just coming into town now, and I don't really know where I'm going. There's a bit of pressure on now because we should have been here to see what we're doing, and instead we're running right late. We're meant to be on the other side. Tried to go out the in the out. We got it sorted out. Jesus. Oh, you bloody ripper. There's the ferry up there, so It hasn't left yet, we just got to get on it. There we go. Yeah, we made her around. Not a bad view from up here.
Sludge can breathe easy. He's made the ferry just in time. He can finally relax and enjoy the 3.5-hour voyage across Cook Strait to Wellington. He's facing another 650-kilometre drive to reach his next destination in Auckland.
We're just heading north. We're going to try and get to Levin tonight.
Pulling over to check the load, Sludge discovers a major problem.
I don't know what the hell's going on here. Engine oil.
The refrigerator cooling the fruit has shut down.
See what he's got to say, because that no oil light's a bit of a worry. So, I'll just see if I reset it or what I do with it.
If the fruit spoils, Sludge will have $90,000 of rotten nectarines on his hand and a very unhappy client.
Come on, you bastard. I'll have a quick look and see if there's any springs that have come adrift.
In northwest Australia, heavy-haul trucker Mark Pett is stranded on the side of the road, unable to move his gigantic 78-tonne load of cattle grids.
You got to improvise when you're out here and you don't have many tools. Oh, just a bar to try and bend this other bar up, try and make a bit of clearance between the tyre.
The truck's trailer guard has collapsed onto the wheel. To get back on the road, Mark needs to force it off the tyre.
So that there is the main problem. Look. Yeah, look at that. So we're going to fix it. This is Outback Trucking. Bend that out of the way, and that hopefully won't pull down onto that. It's buggered anyway, so we're gonna just fix it. Oh yeah, pretty well perfect fit. That comes from 30 years truck driving. It's clearing the tyre now. That'll work fine.
Mark's still facing over 2,000 kilometres of outback roads to get to the mining town of Tom Price. He can't afford any more delays.
A few drops of rain coming in now, so it might be a nice cool change. Tyres are hanging in there.
Leaving the boab trees of the Kimberley in his dust, the following day, Mark arrives in the Pilbara. Home to gigantic iron ore mines and massive cattle stations.
Have to put the high-vis safety gear on and make sure we can be seen and be safe.
It's here where Mark's load of cattle grids are vital to both the miners and the farmers.
Big problem with cattle on the rail disrupting the trains when they come through, and our farmers losing his livestock. So they're fencing off the rail line to try and protect the cattle and protect the trains. Hence why we've got a load of grids to keep them safe.
But between Mark and his destination, there's a mountain to climb.
Yeah, we're back to 20 kilometres an hour and we're pulling up through the valley here and just slowly crawl up.
Mark's pushing his rig to the limit, dragging 78 tonnes of concrete and steel up a seemingly endless hill.
He's struggling a bit.
Stall here, and he's got 53 metres of stranded truck on his hands.
When you're driving these big rigs, it's a big responsibility. You're not looking after yourself, you're looking after the other people on the road. You're going to keep alert.
Barely out of Brisbane and already running late, Terry's racing to reach North Queensland. He's carrying an urgently needed load of timber for flood victims trying to rebuild their shattered lives.
Still stuck behind him.
Slow-moving motorists are forcing more delays.
when you overtake them, you're going to need probably about 300 metres. And every time I'm going to do it, there's always a car coming.
A gap in oncoming traffic offers a brief opportunity to pass. But it's just the start of his traffic troubles. Cars are crawling at a pedestrian pace.
She slowed down. What's going on here? Hey, the speed limit says 110. The car can do 110, I can't. So I don't know why I'm catching her. I gave her a flick on my high beam just to I wanted to let her know I'm here. I'm like trying to just tell her to do a speed limit. Yeah, you're kidding me. Really? No warning signal, nothing. Last minute. Left her turning signal a bit too short for my distance, as I've got a lot of weight and need a bit to pull up. No, I wasn't expecting her to do that. No way. Get your heart pumping.
Terry's problems aren't over yet. Ahead, a huge storm is brewing.
Might get a bit wet. Possible showers, they're saying.
Only a week ago, this area was submerged underwater. Terry knows it can happen again, putting his cargo of flood relief supplies in jeopardy.
And we're heading towards it. That's where we're going.
That means, I don't know.
In Levin, New Zealand, Sludge's refrigeration system has packed it in, placing his truckload of expensive nectarines in danger.
I've just went and checked that back freezer again.
Sludge calls base for help.
I think I might be playing up with maybe from the angle of the boat. Just have a look around, see if it's leaking any oil or anything.
The temperature needs to be kept between 1 and 3 degrees, or the fruit will spoil.
Yeah, rightio.
At 8 degrees, the temperature is alarmingly hot.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any oil or anything around it.
Just playing up with it. Getting into the fairway laughing.
Right, so just do a reset on that bottom button where you started. All right. She's making a few noises there now. Come on, you bastard. Yeah. There we go. It's going again now. I'll just keep an eye. If I have no trouble, I'll give you a yell.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's good. It's sitting back at 1 again now. That's lucky I pulled up when we did to have a look.
Tomorrow, Sludge faces a 550-kilometre journey to get to market in Auckland before 5 p.m. Miss the deadline and he'll be left with a truckload of unsellable nectarines.
We've got a fair old run today. If we don't make our times, we're going to be buggered till 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at the earliest.
Sludge makes good time, but 2 hours from his destination, the trailer's brakes are shrieking.
She's stuck on.
One of his wheels is locked solid. Sludge isn't going anywhere.
Wonder if we can just hit the...
We've been on flat country, now all of a sudden we've got these really big hills that are knocking us back a bit.
Western Australia, iron ore country. Mark is battling to haul his 78-tonne load of cattle grids up a steep incline.
So the truck certainly knows about it when it's coming up these hills. It's a big, long drag. So you've got to make sure you try and keep everything cool and turn the fan on and...
Grind to a halt here, and it could take days to get moving again. A rescue mission costing thousands of dollars.
The biggest fear is breaking down halfway up the hill or having the truck overheat and then you just stop. You can imagine pulling a truck up single lane road, nowhere to go. So you can cause a major accident if you're not vigilant. Yeah, truck coming down here.
With a huge quadruple road train passing on the right and a ravine on the left, there's no room for error. It's life or death truck driving.
Yeah, that's a good couple hundred metres
down by the looks of that. And you don't walk away. You either get carried away in a body bag or airlifted out by an ambulance. We're very, very remote. Just slowly crawl up. The extra minute you might save by getting to the top's not worth it when you rip your diff out, or you blow tyres, or you rip bitumen up. Try and keep a bit of momentum, but using every single bit of horsepower to get up here. Now we just come through the range, now we can put our pedal to the metal.
The drop-off point is at Karajini National Park, 100 kilometres from the mining town of Tom Price.
We've got to find out what's going on and meet our contact and make sure we're in the right area. Someone here, we've got a dingo running around. Oh, Mark, are you the guy we're waiting for?
At the drop-off, there's trouble. Not everyone agrees on how to offload the 26 3-tonne grids.
Their loader driver won't unload it the way we want him to unload it because he reckons it's unsafe.
After a gruelling 2,500 kilometre trek from Catherine, it's the last thing Mark needs.
Rightio. Yeah. It's just going to be a little bit of a shit fight and finding out which way we can do it. We'll hurry up and wait and go over here and play with this wild dog.
I think one of the brakes is bloody just jammed on. Might have a stone or something in it. We'll try and bang it and see if we can get it off.
On the outskirts of Auckland, Sludge has less than half an hour to deliver his load of stone fruit, but a brake on his truck has jammed.
We'll get up the road here. There's a service station just up the road from where we are now. We'll get off the road and might have to ring someone and get someone out to have a look at it.
For Sludge's customers, fresh is best. If he doesn't get to market on time, it's a disaster. He'll be left with a truckload of unwanted fruit and a 24-hour wait to unload the damaged cargo.
Not great timing when we're meant to be unloading. This is going to eat up the time.
Sludge calls on nearby truckie Ricky Rogers for help.
Each individual brake has a booster which pushes the arm to lock the brakes on and off. What's happened is one of the boosters has shit itself, so we might have to wind it off to get the booster back off.
Ricky shifts the booster as far as he can with the spanner, but Sludge thinks it needs some heavier persuasion.
See if I can get a decent rot and give it a crack. Grab that, see if you can belt it. There you go, done. You rough. Done that a few 100 times. There we go. Let's see if we got the brakes off. Yep, we got them off. All right. Now we're going to get the hell out of here.
The brake repairs have cost Sludge a crucial hour. He's missed his 5 p.m. unloading slot, but he hopes the market will still accept his cargo if he can get there soon.
We're in the back streets now. I think we should be just down here and we've got one more turn and we should be nearly at the place, I hope. Well, that was the road we had to take. It was just there. I nearly overshot it, but we got it. So we've just pulled into MG's now. Hopefully they'll unload us. They've grabbed my paperwork. They've gone away to see what they're going to do about it. They're pretty strict. I'll wait until they come back and tell me what to do.
They're going to take it off. So if you go right round, basically on the other side.
So the latest is they're going to send us around the back and unload us. Happy, happy, joy, joy. How are you, mate?
Sludge has done it. $90,000 worth of stone fruit transported 1,500 kilometres across 2 islands and ready fresh for the supermarkets.
So that's the job done. It's all turned out all right. Fruit's all delivered intact. Pretty wrapped with that. Not a bad day out. And we'll just pretty much run amok tonight.
I'm parked on the road here at the moment with 3 trailers and it's just a fight.
After a 2,500 kilometre journey through northwest Australia, Mark's biggest battle is at the finish line.
What he's saying is they're just going to refuse us entry onto site, full stop.
The problem, the front end loader is too small to get the giant 3-tonne cattle grids off his truck.
The loader driver won't lift them. You're going to need a crane to lift them that high.
The solution, a heavy lift crane.
We need to find out if we can get one. That's the next problem. We're going to find a yard in Tom Price.
To unload, Mark has to drive another 100 kilometres to the mining town of Tom Price.
They're more equipped in Tom Price to unload this type of load and do it nice and safe and without any dramas on the side of the road. So she was a little bit unsafe back there. Here we've got the train track right beside us there with a big train full of iron ore heading off to the port. We've got a bit more weight than us. Yeah, here we are, final destination. Get these grids off and then we can start heading home.
It's been an epic 3-day journey, but Mark can finally deliver his giant load.
Final destinations is all coming off. It's all happening.
26 cattle grids are lifted from his truck, ready to help protect the grazing cattle and iron ore trains. All thanks to Mark's heavy-duty Outback trucking.
I'll wind our straps up, mate, by mechanical means. Yeah, saves a lot of sore fingers. Up here for thinking, down here for dancing. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's been a hell of a long journey. Everybody's happy. It'll be great to get home to see the wife and kids and mow the lawns, and now we've unloaded, I can enjoy the beautiful backyard we've got that not many people get to see.
Oh, it's going to get worse if we get further.
Outback trucker Terry Boardman is driving straight into a storm, hauling timber for flood victims in North Queensland.
Come into a big storm, turn the wipers on, couldn't see where we're going. Now it's raining. Gonna be a rough ride.
Visibility is less than 20 metres. The roads are a slippery nightmare, littered with giant potholes.
6 foot long, probably about 2 foot wide, and then they were pretty epic potholes, so there's some damage to our trucks on those things. Wipers flat out, rain piercing down. I'm carrying timbers at the moment. It gets wet, it gets heavier. I'll probably put a couple more ton on me, you know. That was a nice sprinkle of rain, wasn't it? God. Yeah, there were a couple of Ks there. Yeah, it's gone now.
Terry makes it through as the sun sets. He reaches his 12-hour daily driving limit and has to pull over for the night.
Today's slower than every other trip I've been on. But I had a few delays, sort of behind time.
Dawn breaks and Terry pushes on to the flood-ravaged Townsville, completely underwater only a week ago.
When I was up here last week, I think it was horrible. I just couldn't believe it.
The extent of the devastation is everywhere.
Well, I'm feeling for the people in Townsville. We've still got a bit to go through yet. Yeah, it got really pretty scary for these locals.
With the destruction of the flooding, Terry's cargo of timber is vital for the rebuilding of North Queensland.
Yeah, it's all about getting a load there safe and sound, getting home safe and sound as well. As long as the wheels are turning, keeps everybody happy in the day.
As Terry pulls into his destination in Cairns, he has one last job to do.
Put a shirt on, just ready to go, so looking pretty.
Use the left 2 lanes to take the exit towards A1.
It's been a tough 23 hours all up, but the rookie trucker has finally arrived with the vital supplies.
Stay to the left-hand side as close as you can. Thanks, mate. It's good that rain's gone, isn't it?
Yeah. 4 old towns, we've got it. That's him, brother.
Thanks, mate.
Too easy.
See you next time.
Safe trip home.
Yeah, I will.
Job done. At last, Terry can hit the road back home to Brisbane for a well-earned break.
Thumbs up, mate. Been a good job this week. I know we had a little bit of ups and downs. On the home stretch. And it's Valentine's Day, I wanted to get home with the missus and spend the night with her before I went off again, so get home and rest up as much as I can and then go again.